What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. I am in my home office today. The hair is out of this world. But yeah, working from the home office today. And just wanted to make a quick video. I know the last one I made was on personal finances. Hopefully you guys liked that. I think another one of the videos was, I think I might have made another video after. I don't know. Dane's Great Journey. It all just kind of comes out in ways in which it just flows and goes. I hope you guys have checked out Young, Wild, and Rich. I actually started and launched a podcast. Sorry, I'm shaking this camera so much, guys. I'm just not used to holding it, but hopefully you can see me okay. But I started a podcast called Young, Wild, and Rich. I did mention it a couple weeks back, and that has a lot of my focus as well as Dane's Great Journey. It's the same kind of thing, but what Young, Wild, and Rich is doing, which I really like, is it's bringing together other young people in the industry of young professionalism, figuring out school, figuring out jobs. And I interview young professionals in all different aspects of careers to help you, the listener, who's trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, pick a career, whether that's in sales, management, accounting, customer support. And I want to interview these young people to get an idea of why they chose the career they did and help you get an understanding of how you can go into that career. What do you need to do to get into that career? What skills do you need to develop? How to think about college, what to think about after college, how to interview, how to set up interviews and network. And those are all the things we're going to be talking about in Young, Wild, and Rich. So if you haven't tuned in yet, we only had about 6 episodes, but I still think it's going to be great. And I'm going to be talking about tons of different topics, from personal finances, just like I did in YouTube, to how to balance life when it comes to going out and drinking with your friends and trying to build a career and become successful in all areas of your life. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of that stuff. And that's what Young, Wild, and Rich is about, helping young professionals find purpose, passion, and fulfillment in their lives now while working towards creating a bigger future. And talking about patience. I think patience is a big thing. A lot of us are not patient. We want everything now, and we want to make $1 million. We want to be impactful in our organizations. We want to get promoted to the next thing. So that's what Young, Wild, and Rich is all about. And hopefully you guys can check it out and give me your feedback and thoughts. And it's a podcast. So check it out, Young, Wild, and Rich. But I wanted to make a video today on Friday because it's something I've been thinking about, which I think is really important to your overall happiness in your life, which is making sure that relationships is very high on your level of importance. Personal relationships with friends, not even talking about relationships with a significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever that might be. And yes, that's important, but having strong relationships in your life, people you can count on, people you can open up to and have conversations and dialogues about the things you're going through in your life, the struggles, the good, the bad, and to get feedback from them and to have accountability. And when I talk about relationships specifically, someone or some group, and it doesn't have to be a big group of people, I'm talking about a few, 1, 2, 3, but obviously having like 3 or 4 or 5 is great. But specifically these relationships that are very supportive in everything that you do and are there to hold you accountable, are there to push you and help you grow. These are the relationships I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the friends who are sometimes there for you, who want to invite you out to party, but then there's nothing more than that. How many of these relationships do you have in your life? How many people could you honestly say have your best interests at heart, have your total support, and who are there, who you could call in a challenge? Or let's say you're going through something really difficult and you need support, and you could call them and they would be there. They would come drive and meet you. They would come pick you up. They would come help you move. How many relationships of that do you have in your life? And if it's very few, if it's one, I challenge you this year, 2018, get around some people who think the same way you do, who have that growth mindset, who want to better themselves, who don't just want to party, who don't just want to get by, be okay, but who want to have those difficult conversations with you, who want to support you and hold you accountable to what you say you want to do in your life. Someone you can open up and say, these are my dreams and these are my goals. And that person going, great, that's awesome. I support you. But I'm also going to ask you about that from time to time. I'm going to be curious about how you're doing with that because I want you to succeed. And that's the same thing I want to do with my close relationships, my real big close relationships, to say, hey, this is what I want to do. What do you want to do? And how can we hold each other accountable to that? So relationships are so key to happiness. Someone you can sit down with and have a deep conversation with. Someone you can unwind with too. Someone you can go work out with. But someone who holds you accountable. Someone who cares about your self-interests. Someone who supports what you want to do. And someone who doesn't criticize or condemn your goals. Aren't those the worst? When you have someone you think you're friends with, and then you tell them about some of the things you want to do, and the first thing they do is they start saying, yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to do that. Yeah, that sounds great, but let's get realistic. How many relationships do you know in your life? I mean, that's a lot of the people we know. They're acquaintances, but they're not close friends. And honestly, I would challenge you to start moving those acquaintances out of your life. Start spending less time with those people who are holding you back, who are influencing you to do things that take you away from what you really want most. And I know it's a huge challenge to be able to balance these things, of having fun, of entertaining the distractions, right? We all have to entertain ourselves and distract ourselves and escape a little bit from the world. But the more we can decide to do that less, and the more we can get around people who support our visions and goals and inspire us to go after them every day, and inspire us to give us constructive criticism of saying, hey man, I know you told me you wanted to do this a month ago. You haven't made that much progress on it. What are you doing? What's going on? Those are the relationships I want you to think about how you can foster this year. An environment you can get around of support, of complete openness, of talking about the challenges, the good, the bad, the ugly, but then of someone who's going to hold you to that and say, hey, you told me this. Where are you at? This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. I'm making progress. But where are you at? I want to help you make that progress too. So I think that is a way to cultivate happiness and a ton of progress at the same time. So ask yourself, how many of those friendships do you have in your life of someone who you really can count on no matter what, and who supports you and wants to hear about your dreams and aspirations and doesn't push them down, say you can't do them, but says, I know you can do them, but I'm going to hold you accountable to doing them. That's the message. Happy Friday, guys. Dane's Great Journey. Check out Young, Wild, and Rich. You have any questions, leave a comment below. Like this video if you think it's helpful. Share it with a friend. I want to build a community of young professionals, young people coming together to talk about not only the good, the dreams, the aspirations, but the struggles. We all go through struggles. I go through struggles daily. I have challenges in my life. I'm not perfect. We're all on the journey. So share with me your thoughts. Let me help you. I'm here to serve. I'm here to comment. I'm here to engage with you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Dane's Great Journey out.